Time is up for Arizona legislators to come to a decision on how to use less water. It's part of a multi-state effort to combat water shortages across the Colorado River Basin, which encompasses 7 states, including Arizona.
Arizona is the last state to sign off on what's called the Drought Contingency Plan. The plan will manage water usage from the Colorado River reservoirs and invest in longer-term infrastructure. This will make sure the state's largest source of water doesn't hit a critical low. If lawmakers can't agree, the federal government will step in to decide how to keep enough water in reservoirs like Lake Mead.
Cronkite News reporter Lillian Donahue has been following this story and went to Pinal County to talk to some of the people who will be most affected by the plan.
All this water from the Colorado River has had quite the journey. Well over 300 miles of it in the Central Arizona Project Canal System. It can take up to 7 days for this water to go from the Colorado River to Pinal County, where I'm standing, the heart of Arizona's agriculture.
Corn and grains and pretty much a lot of what you'd expect here in Pinal County as far as crops.
Brian Rhodes owns the expansive A&B farms near Eloy, Arizona, about an hour southeast of Phoenix.
We've grown this farming operation pretty much from scratch. I mean, we're farming 15,000 plus acres today.
His most critical resource cuts through his alfalfa fields. The Central Arizona Project carries over 1.5 million acre feet of water each year and brings life to his crops.
We're going to all have to adjust to kind of a new frontier as far as water availability and from what we've been used to.
After nearly 20 years of drought in the Colorado River Basin and declining water levels at Lake Mead, Rhodes and other farmers are going to have to change the way they use water for agriculture, including changing the crops they grow to how they water the fields.
And what it does is it saves water consumption substantially.
The fate of his farm and many others are in the hands of a multi-state planning effort that will allocate water from the Colorado River and make millions of dollars available for more sustainable water infrastructure.
There's more water going out of Lake Mead than coming in.
Sarah Porter with Arizona State University's Kyle Center for Water Policy says that the Drought Contingency Plan helps solidify, at least in the short term, ways to protect groundwater in the Southwest.
The last thing we want is uncertainty. It's always better in water to kind of have control over your destiny.
The plan goes through 2026, but in the long term, experts say that farmers like Rhodes will have to wean off Colorado River water and implement more sustainable practices.
All of those farms at this point have to be efficient in order to still be in business today. And so the management of that infrastructure after it's been approved will be enough to carry them through for quite some time.
Arizona has had a long history of being able to plan for the future, and this is just another part of that.
And these are our fields on both sides of the canal here.
A&B Farms has already begun thinking ahead. Leveling some cotton fields to reduce water is a small price to pay for a more certain farming future.
I've got a 6-year-old son that loves coming to the farm every Saturday. My hope is that there'll be water and then we'll be able to be doing this when he's old enough to kind of get into the business.
In Eloy, Lillian Donahue, Cronkite News.